A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant development in international diplomacy, Iran's foreign ministry announced on Sunday that upcoming talks with the United States will remain indirect, facilitated by Omani mediation. The discussions, set to take place next weekend, will focus exclusively on the contentious nuclear issue and the lifting of sanctions imposed on Iran. This announcement comes after a first round of talks held in Muscat, where Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi met with U.S. Middle East envoy Steve Witkoff. These negotiations mark the highest-level discussions between Iran and the U.S. since the collapse of the 2015 nuclear accord, a pivotal agreement that aimed to curb Iran's nuclear ambitions in exchange for sanctions relief. The backdrop of these talks is steeped in tension, as the U.S. has maintained a hardline stance towards Iran, particularly following former President Donald Trump's withdrawal from the nuclear deal in 2018. The U.S. reimposed stringent sanctions that have severely impacted Iran's economy, leading to heightened hostilities between the two nations. In a statement to state television, Foreign Ministry spokesman Esmail Bakai emphasized that the negotiations would solely focus on the nuclear issue, dismissing any discussions regarding Iran's ballistic missile program or its support for various militant groups in the region. Analysts had speculated that the U.S. would seek to broaden the agenda, but Iran has firmly stated its intention to limit discussions strictly to nuclear matters. The recent talks were characterized as constructive by both sides, with a brief direct conversation between Araghchi and Witkoff following the mediated discussions. The Omani Foreign Minister Badr al-Busaidi described the atmosphere of the negotiations as friendly, which could indicate a potential thaw in relations. However, skepticism remains, particularly from hardline factions within Iran, which question the effectiveness of engaging with the U.S. under the current administration. The Iranian media has reacted positively to the talks, with several outlets describing them as a decisive turning point in U.S.-Iran relations. The conservative Javan Daily commended the U.S. for not expanding the negotiations to non-nuclear issues, while the reformist Shargh newspaper echoed sentiments of optimism. Nonetheless, the hardline Kayhan newspaper expressed concerns about Iran's lack of alternative strategies if negotiations fail, pointing out that there is currently no clear prospect for an agreement with the U.S. The historical context of U.S.-Iran relations is fraught with mistrust, stemming from the 1979 Islamic Revolution that severed diplomatic ties. Since then, Iran has been cautious in its engagement with the U.S., often citing past experiences of betrayal and broken promises. The ongoing negotiations represent a crucial moment for both nations, as Iran seeks relief from crippling sanctions while the U.S. aims to ensure that Iran's nuclear program remains peaceful. As both sides prepare for the next round of talks, the international community watches closely, hopeful that these discussions could pave the way for a new chapter in U.S.-Iran relations. The stakes are high, and the outcome of these negotiations could have far-reaching implications for regional stability and global security. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.